Hey y'all, I wanted to make this video as a transparent moment of just parenthood. And so some days are rougher than others, but to date we've made it through all of them. You know, sometimes on this journey of parenting, you feel like what it is you're experiencing is definitely different than what everyone else in the world is experiencing. And you know, today was a rough day, not even so much as like something ultra crazy happening, just kind of like just boundary crossing irritating moments where it was like, hey, I don't really have too many more of those in me. I think my exact words were like, yo, tighten up. And so, you know, one of the things that I implement in my parenting and my life is just like, let's just be honest about where we are and give forewarning as much as possible. And for me, it just looks like, yo, like, hey, you've crossed a lot of boundaries, or you've been disrespectful too many times, or you haven't been listening, and my capacity is now worn down. So you don't have many more times to do that, if any more times to do that, and just being transparent about that, you know. Making sure like we're not staying up later past bedtime and things like that. Like today is a non-flexible day in that regard, and that's okay, you know. I woke up just feeling like I had less of a capacity than some other days. And so it's not even necessarily something like, oh, it's my child doing this or doing that. It's just what it is for the day. And so I want to encourage you as parents that if you wake up tomorrow or the next day, or even if you woke up today with less of a capacity than you would have liked, or less than you needed to make it through today, to give yourself some grace. None of us get it perfect on this parenting journey. It can get really, really aggy, right? Some days, depending on what boundaries are crossed and by whom, right? And so that encouragement, though, that you can make it. We can do hard things. We can learn new ways to communicate with our little ones that help all of us feel honored, but we're honoring them as young people, and we're honoring ourselves as human beings that have feelings and boundaries as well, even though we're their parents, and that we can just navigate this thing one day at a time. And so just like, you know, when I was explaining to my child, like, hey, you can restart at any moment. We don't have to wait till tomorrow. Please don't wait until tomorrow to reset. But definitely, like, tomorrow's a new day. Like, every day we get to start fresh. And I started chuckling to myself because I was telling myself, like, yeah, self, like, you can reboot at any moment. And it's not even really that. I just physically don't have a capacity. I'm just feeling a little bit more tired. I don't know if I'm dehydrated or what, but just a little bit more exhausted. Just been a super busy weekend. And so give yourself some grace. We can do hard things. We can push through those hard things, even when it feels like we're the only ones in the world experiencing it and we really don't even feel like it in that moment. We can do hard things. I can do hard things. That's something I've had to remind myself over and over and over when I feel like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Number one, I know I'm not supposed to be doing it by myself, and I am. But number two, there's also been other people that have done it by themselves, and you just got to dig your heels in. It's almost like you have on these cleats, and you just got to dig them into the dirt and rest when you need to rest, communicate what you need to communicate, make sure that there's some comprehension along with that communication, and keep going, you know? So if that's you today and you are just feeling like overwhelmed or like, oh my gosh, this is really, really hard, I don't want to, it's okay. We've all been there. But maybe you don't have anything left for today. Go to sleep. Just go lay it down. Call it a night. Early bedtime. Oh, look, the sun is down, and pull them shades. Black out the house. Do whatever you gotta do, honey. Early dinner, whatever. But You can do hard things. I can do hard things. And parenthood is hard. So be encouraged. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.